dear Gemini. So this is the new bottom of the deck, and it's a page of pentacles in the reversed. So we can see here someone is being a beginner in it's like a little bit childish energy that's saying no, and I can't agree to this, becoming really angry, really protective, doesn't want to do the work, doesn't want to solve the situation, being stubborn, one-way street. Okay, this is the old bottom, and it's the devil in the reversed. Sometimes we find ourselves giving love to people that are not ready for it or not able to honor it. And then it's better if, the symptoms of that disease come to the surface for you to see, instead of you continue investing in something that has a flaw to its foundation. For example, expecting an immature person to be mature and responsible. Expecting a person that has ill will to show love and gratitude. Expecting a person that's malicious and manipulating to be honest and true. It's not adding up. So we can see here, I think that you wanted to prevent a certain disaster from happening, but it's not your disaster, because the other person has a lot of issues, and it's better if you can just see it and stop trying to be nice towards this energy, because it's not going to take your niceness. It's going to, continue on its way. It's like a big machine on like larva feet, these that goes around like the wheels like this. It's just big machine. So it's not an energy you can come and give a cup and they will, oh, how nice. Oh, we'll go for that. No. Okay, so you need to adjust your the reality you are looking at. Maybe you are looking at a reality that's flawed because you want it to be in one way. You want a radical person to be logic. You want a evil person to be loving. You want a irresponsible person to be responsible. It's impossible requests. So this is what's on your mind with the person most on your mind. And this is the situation with said person. This is what's on their mind with you. Here we have your feelings towards them. This is the bond between you two, their feelings towards you. This is your behaviors and attitudes, outcome for August, and the other person's behaviors and attitudes. So we start with the situation. So it's very disappointing. We can have had like high dreams and hopes and like an ideal resolution for the situation, but still, if we want the other person to be responsible, for example, to care for the relationship when they don't have a responsible bone in their body, this is like doomed to fail. If you expect a person to show love towards you when all they're feeling is hate and anger and envious feeling towards other people, that's also impossible. Of course you will be disappointed. Okay, so this is what's on your mind with the person most on your mind. And we see the Chariot in reverse, so it's like your car, the idea that you have or the future plan that you had for this relationship, it's just rolled over into the ditch and it's spilled out here. So every plan you had for this relationship seems to be on end because the other person didn't play by your rules. They played by their own rule book here. So see what yeah, and this is what's on their mind, and that is that they are the one that decides in this relationship. Okay, so the way they want it is the way it's going to be, or it's not going to be anything. You can't force them to take responsibility. You can force them to feel love. You can't force them to basically do anything. They just play by their own rules, and they are not interested in your rules. They are just interested in being the one that make the rules. And that's what's important. So it's like a take it or leave it situation from their point of view. Take me as I am or be without me. I'm the very impressive emperor here. So you will be sorry if you didn't obey by my laws because anyone would want me. So I'm feeling a little bit, a person that's a little bit full of themselves. It usually covers up for some kind of trauma, but I don't feel particularly sorry for them at this point. So this is the bond between you two, and we can see the Queen of Wands. It might be that you're dealing with Aries or fire energy, but I'm basically feeling here that you have actually taken over the Queen of Wands position. So now you are the one that's pissed off. In the beginning, I felt like you were the one that felt, I upset this person, so I need to make amends and try them to calm down. But I'm seeing that this person might not have felt like you did something wrong in the first place. They just want power. And what I'm feeling here is two equal power, like equally powerful energies. So I think that for your first idea was to make things right, but your new idea is to become angry with this person for how they have treated you. So they were angry first, but I think you have grown into that experience more and more. This is your feelings, and we have judgment here, so this is very good, and it's backing up the Queen here. So it says that you feel like you are in the right, and that this person has behaved in the wrong way, so you feel entitled to your anger, which is also what I'm seeing. And this is the other person's feelings, and they don't want to own up to anything. It's just this my way or the highway. Like, I can survive, for the rest of my life without you. I'm never going to give in to your very just requests here. This is you seeing like, this is unfair. We need to do something about it. And this person says, make me if you can. Okay. So they're just really into just fighting you, winning this war. Like relationship shouldn't really be war, but this is war. I'm seeing a image of a marble arch. Marble arch. So that's the song Hallelujah. I see your flag on the marble arch. Love is not a victory march. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. And this person doesn't understand that. They are more into like making more of the marble arches and the flags and putting them everywhere and saying, this is my territory, because they don't want to have the broken hallelujah. They don't want to feel the pain of the peace dove and longing for the other person to love them or to, forgive them. They just want to make the rules and skip all that with a lovey-dovey dove inside their heart. And you don't buy into it because you feel like everyone needs to be honest and true in a relationship. And if I sacrifice myself, the other person needs to sacrifice themselves. We are here in the name of love, not in the name of war. So you're expecting a certain thing out of a person, but you're basically together with a warrior. I'm hearing another song here as well. It's about a person that is a warrior and have learned the warrior ways. We'll see if I find it. Okay. I think it came actually last week for their True Thoughts and Feelings readings, so it wouldn't be too hard to find it again. This is your behaviors and attitudes, and we have the lovers here. We can see the wings. You are holding the highest form of love. It's resilient. It's, you want to go through obstacles and save the relationship because you feel a connection with this person that comes from memories of being together in a more divine state than Earth. Earth could be a very divine planet, but unfortunately humans are a strange being and can't be happy in their own skin. You have taken like unearthly love down to earth, we can say. I actually feel like heaven's love is being educated on earth, but if we look at this from a very simple perspective, this would be true, that you have brought a heavenly love onto earth. And this person doesn't want to hear anything about it. They don't take part in this. But we can see the halo around their head. So I think you are educating them with this energy that you had this dream that was bringing you together. And you have this high perspective of both moral and love. It's like the red string that you are following, and which also have an impact on this person, even though they are stubborn in a way that you rarely see. So this is their behaviors and attitude. So all for the win. It's just me, myself, and my victory. It's what's important. So I think this person expects to be kind of impressive towards other people, so they will say, oh, you are the leader, you get the free ticket to do whatever you want because you're so cool. And I don't think you are buying into this. So and this is the outcome for the relationship in August, and we see the 3 of Cups in reversed. I actually think that this person might dishonor the relationship by dating around and trying to find someone else that will give them the attention that they want. So using some charming tricks and to scoop in a person unknowingly that thinks, oh, we will have a love relationship, and the person says, no, we will have my kind of relationship where I make the rules. Okay, so we will look into what this person would tell you if they dare to tell you the truth. And we have, I was in my own head. I think they still are in this landscape of like rules, regulations, and like the plan that they have for being unbreakable and not having to have a heart. And I feel lonely without you. Well, they are trying to master that feeling and to not let it impact them. Like, see how far I can go without you, what I felt before. But they do feel lonely, but that's the feeling that they are fighting. I have father issues, and it kind of came in reverse. So I'm thinking this is like ruling their whole life is what I'm feeling. The father issues, the warrior, this marble arch and the flag on top of it, and control, and like only really chicken people needs a lot of control. Only people that's super scared and not able to take challenges needs to know what's going to happen. People that's strong, brave, resilient, they don't need to know everything that's going to happen. They can take whatever shit hits the fan. But these kind of people can't. So that's why this person is so nervous in their own head, fighting the lonely feeling and having these power issues, father issues. They might have had a father or a masculine archetype of some sort that asked too much of them, maybe sending them off to war in many lifetimes, making them cold-hearted, and just seeing a war will make you feel like only the one that kills the other person is the one that's safe and the one that wins. And if you use that kind of energy in a love relationship, it's a disaster, because the other person might show you love, and you don't just think that any time now the shit will hit the fan or the other shoe will drop, and this person will prove to me that they were my enemy all along. So this is your point of view. I was acting from my ego. I was scared of trusting you. With the acting from your ego, I'm thinking the Chariot here, because you had a certain idea of what you wanted from this relationship, and you took a person that wasn't particularly agreeable and thought that they would be a good couple's horse here, drawing the Chariot forward. And that was your fear that's forced you to take you did like a compromise with things. You probably knew all along that this person wasn't the best workhorse to bet on, and you were scared of trusting them, but you wanted this dream, or you wanted to control the situation by taking this person. It's like taking I will try to find we have different archetypes of this. We have for example, Loki. If you look at the archetype of Loki, so it's like taking Loki, or I don't know, someone from the Slytherin bunch, and try to make them your couple's horse and work together in love and harmony, and have beautiful children and whatnot. What did you think? Okay, so the reasons for this. That you tried to take this person, it's probably because you felt that maybe there was not so much competition about this person. Nobody else wanted them, so you took like a three-legged horse because that was the one thing that was available on the market. Or maybe this is how you fall in love with people that you can't trust. So I kind of hear a third song which is not making me happy, because it's very hard to get them to have room in the description box, but it's heathens. All my friends are heathens, take it slow. So you surround yourself with these kind of people. I can't ever forget. Something has happened to you that makes you surround yourself with heathens and try to, bend them to your idea of love here. They should, they should be fair. They should feel love. They should take responsibility. They aren't. I have, solid proof they aren't. And still you have this idea, and it's something, I think this is something deep, it's old and deep. It's something that has to do with like fall of humanity, or something that has to do with like big things that happen in heaven, and I can't really get to it. I can't ever forget. I think it has to do with the angels' war in heaven. I actually think this to be an earlier human race, or maybe not. A human might have come from another solar system, but it was like archangels, or they thought them to be gods, and they implanted this kind of warrior energy on earth. And maybe you still try to love them. I have had past life experience that was pretty gruesome. We lived in a perfect paradise like this, and we were a very spiritual people, like with able to heal trees and heal animals that was hurt and all these things. And then came like this outside. They actually looked like Asian people, which is funny, because the Asian people of today are more shamanistic. Like they have the old human ways with them, like the old ways where humans were still working alongside with nature. So I don't understand that part of the dream fully. But these Asian people came in steel ships, and they burned all our holy trees, and they killed off the priestess and the priestesses and all these holy people. Almost every person was holy, because we were working in tune with nature and nature laws. And at that point, I kind of gave up, because I thought we already had paradise. I didn't have the interest or to start again with like rocks and deserts. I love the place where we were at, like in paradise. So I think you are at the same page here. But for some reason you are hooking up with these people that came with war to Earth. See here, I think, no, maybe... I don't know in what order they were anymore. I think it was like this. Yes, this and this. And maybe this was in reversed or not. Okay, so I will take from Romance Angels to see if there's any solution for this issue. You deserve love very soon. Okay, so I think this issue will come to its peak very soon. You don't feel like you deserve love, or you are tired of trying to make this alien nation come into a loving kind of vibration. And something will happen, come to its peak, because these cards came in the reverse. So I think whatever has happened will come to a peak where you will actually see the other person's side, like not their side, but you will really see their obsession with power and war, and working against and not following rules and laws. And I think if you stand up to this energy, it will have some kind of release. Okay, if you don't give in, if you don't give up this time, but actually kind of put up a fight against this energy, I think we can have a solution. We'll see. I'm taking some advice cards. This is for you, and this is for the other person. Never-ending story. Yes, I feel the tiredness of this, like never-ending story. We actually came to the peak. Did we have to experience it all going to waste again? It's like I'm getting so tired. But there's something with this never-ending story, and to do it again and again and again, that brings us closer and closer to the golden ratio. It brings us more and more into balance, because it was probably things in that society that I remember as paradise that was unbalanced, or at least maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't perfect balance, but there were a population from outside our solar system that was imbalanced and needed the balance that Earth could provide. And we are now peaking with this, like the energy is about to destroy the Earth, and it's a never-ending story. But maybe we needed to share our love with the rest of the universe. Self-criticism, the wounded ego, and unnecessary drama. There's a story woven through the imperfect fabric, of life, that tells us of hurt and loss, rejection and humiliation, self-loathing and arrogance, and all manner of suffering born of unnecessary dramas. It is the old story whose refrain is... Changing page. Sometimes when the camera is doing like that, we might have like a bad lighting, but I'm often experienced that when we have spirit presence that really wants to tell a story, sometimes it can come these strange stories then about, millions of years ago, and that might be what's happening now. That you cannot do this, must not go there, should not say that, lest your world come crumbling down. Today, know that none of this is actually true. The sky is not falling. The voice you hear is just a small, scared, conditioned part of you that got stuck in a lie, wants to protect you and needs to be seen as a victim. Love that lost piece of you. Fear is all it knows. Distorted guidance is preventing you from being true to yourself. You are not your story, and the narrator is simply the voice of your fearful part, small and vulnerable and easily soothed. It's something with you and your attachment to this figure here that's like up to no good. That you put all hopes to this. It's so strange here. Sometimes your heart enters into contract with another that results in pain, not because of abuse or neglect, but for other more complex reasons. Shame, fear of intimacy, and low self-esteem are the greatest challenges to the success of a relationship. Consider how valuable this knowledge is, however. Right now you have an opportunity for important healing, but you must reflect on the stories you weave about love, connection, abandonment, rejection, and loneliness. Not only do you need to begin a new story, you need to forgive yourself for telling yourself the old ones. Have compassion for the part of you that believes all those narratives. None of them were ever true anyway. Like you thinking that you couldn't live without a person that like this, that hurts you and neglects you and don't care about you. That's a really shitty story because it's not true. You're actually better off without. It's just that you deeply believe that you need this person to love you. And I think why you need them to love you is you don't like their destructive force. So you rather want them to be your friend than your foe. You rather want them to like be your husband or wife than to come like an imperialistic nation and burning down your house. So trying to keep your enemies close maybe. So this is the other person's advice. Intuition, listening to the oracle within, empathy, hypersensitivity. Intuition is the faculty that allows you to enter into a dialogue with source, the consciousness that you are a part of but cannot see with the naked eye. It's perplexing that people are taught to ignore this natural capacity to navigate their journeys, to access their inner guidance. And that goes, for example, if you become a soldier, you need to act against the